Konosuke-sama, Oboro-dono, and the band called Orgy. Whoops. Oh, sorry, I messed up the picture again, like I did last time. Orgy? Konosuke-sama, Oboro-dono. Orgy? Konosuke-sama, Oboro-dono. Ladies and dudes, I got a great idea! Let's do a crossover with these two! One that features one of my most favorite underrated anime series of all time, while the other is one of the most underrated heavy metal bands of all time. Let's put them into a crossover! Well, anyway, hi ladies and dudes, this is Rebecca Lynn Barkley, aka BooBop1987. This is my review for today! And today I have no review, ladies and dudes. But once again, it's time for another quick edition of BooBop1987's Most Quick Videos. And what's today's most quick video of the day? Well, ladies and dudes, I got a very smart idea in my head, and I thought about it yesterday. I did remember yesterday when I was on YouTube, I just checked out something in Japan where there is a Basilisk slot machine video game, and it looks pretty darn interesting, and it looks like I want to give that video game a try. But sadly, it's in Japan, and there's so many cool ideas for so many scenes for one of the most underrated anime series of all time. They decided to add some extra scenes that was not there from all 24 episodes of the original Basilisk the TV series. And boy, I really like some of their ideas here and there, including that epic scene between Konosuke-sama versus Tenzin. I was blown away with that one. That's my most favorite scene of all, from that Basilisk slot machine video game. And you already know about Basilisk. It's one of the most underrated anime series of all time, and it only has 24 episodes. But the saddest part is, yeah, I know it's a tragic love story thing, but there was one little problem. They did not develop the characters right. Well, they developed a few of them here and there, but I wish there's some way for this anime series where these characters can be developed more. Even for the relationship between my favorite couple, Konosuke-sama and Oboro-dono. So I wonder how the heck I'm gonna do something with that. I'm sure everybody will like. I'll show you this quickly. If you guys remember my Basilisk anime review, I did it back in 2017. That is pretty cool. Okay, ladies and dudes, for my quick video of today about Basilisk and the band called Orgy, I decided to do a very cool epic idea, and I got it right here in my very own head. How about if I do a crossover between these two? Like, what will happen if one of the most underrated heavy metal bands of all time have ever gone to the Basilisk world, and also try to find a way to get Konosuke-sama and Oboro-dono back together again? And that way the Koga and the Iga war will be broken. Well, let's just say they were too late for that, because there are some Kogas and Igas remaining. So yeah, for my crossover, I decided to do, it's going to take place dab in the middle of the story. And it's going to take place on episode 13 and 14. Well, after Hodorubi's death and Simon killed her. And, about that crazy boat scene. When poor Oboro-dono got raped by Tenzin. And yeah, that rape scene will give us nightmares for what that evil madman had done to the poor Iga princess. Well, here is my main idea for the beginning of part of the story. It's a story about the orgy, guys. I think it'll take place, after the events of the Orgy movie. Jay Gordon has to go to the library and pick up a book, and this book is pretty darn magical. And he and the Orgy boys had gone to the unknown book of the Basilisk world, and somehow in some way they got involved in the boat. And sadly, poor Jay Gordon's magical microphone had transformed into a ninja sword, and he doesn't know why his microphone will never turn back to the way it was. The microphone that has that wire in it. And so he has to be stuck with a ninja sword. And while the guys are stuck in that boat, I finally picked an idea of how will Jay Gordon met Obro-Dono. It's the part where she's at the right side of the boat, or the left side. I think it's the right, and he bumped into her, and he did not know that she is blind. And he felt kind of sorry for her, and he began to notice that poor Iga princess looks pretty darn sad, and she's upset about something. And also, Jay Gordon will be the one to save Obro-Dono's life, because he found out that evil creep Tenzin was about to rape her, and he just went in to save her, and he gave him a big giant beat up. Even when he used his magical microphone that turned to a ninja sword, he's going to use his sheath to knock out Tenzin out cold. And yeah, I'm trying to think of a part how will the Orgy guys handle Gyobu. You know, that Koga dude who transformed into some type of visible thingamajig while he's frickin' naked. So yeah, that's my idea for the plot of the story. I want this plot of the story that will take place, during the time on episode 13 and episode 14. That's the beginning part of the story. And for another main idea, what I'm gonna do with the Orgy and the Basilisk crossover is I gotta find a way to flesh out and develop the characters. And I will say, the only flesh out developing characters I could do for the story is between Jay Gordon and Obro-Dono. And I want these two characters to get to know each other and get to know about their own storylines. And yeah, Jay Gordon already knows how Obro-Dono feels, that she's pretty darn heartbroken. He began to know that she's feeling sad and lonely, and he believes that she and Genosuke really do belong together, and they need to stay together as a whole. And Jay Gordon's going to keep Obro-Dono's promise that he will find a way to find Genosuke-sama and just bring him to her, I guess. And yeah, there's another development I want to add between Jay Gordon and Obro-Dono, and it's the part where there was a part where Jay Gordon heard something of what Tenzin said to Obro-Dono before that terrible incident had happened. Something about the Iga spirit thing, and he has no idea what this Iga spirit thing is all about. And he really does believe that, Obro-Dono becoming Tenzin's wife is pretty darn wrong. He really does believe that whatever this Iga spirit thing is all about, I think it would be a good idea if Obro can find this ego spirit thing in her own way. You know, to follow the path wherever she wants to go to. And he also understands her that he doesn't want to kill Genosuke-sama with her mystic eye thing. Yeah, he already knows that she's a misfit, she's just a lonely person, and also he's going to teach her how to be an independent person. You know, be strong, good-willed, and just fight for what she believes in. So yeah, that's the true development and chemistry I will find between Jay Gordon and Obro. Even we found out the truth back at Jay Gordon's timeline, I think. We found out that Jay Gordon is a ladies' man and he really cares about chicks without their clothes on. If you guys get the picture, if you ever study about Jay Gordon's storyline thing. If you know what I mean. But I just want to think about Jay Gordon and Obro kind of like a brother and sister relationship. Because I'm sure Jay Gordon never had a little sister in his life, and he'll do anything to help her out for as long as he can. So yeah, that's my whole entire idea about making a crossover story between one of the most underrated heavy metal bands of all time, and featured one of my favorite underrated anime series of all time. So, what do you think of my crossover idea, ladies and dudes? Do you like it? Do you hate it? Do you think it's pretty decent? And tell me, ladies and dudes, what kind of crossover idea do you want to make up that came from your favorite artist? But remember, it's a good one, not a bad one. From your favorite films, from your favorite TV shows, anime, something that was based by a book, or whatever. I would love to hear your own opinions of what type of crossover do you want to see that should have happened long ago. Well, whichever it is, leave a comment there and let me know. And join me next time for more videos to come in the main future. So, that is it for now. I'll see you guys later and sayonara.